here.
Okay, so
like
one question. Just answer one question.
Brother, like,
how do you feel about Christians
like,
sharing the gospel?
Is Gospel of Matthew.
Okay, wait, hold on.
No, hold on.
Give the guy a chance to ask.
Let me just ask a question, man. I mean, that was my only question. How do you feel about Christians sharing the gospel, converting Muslims to Christianity? How do you feel? Do you think they should be right? Because this is a campaign called Stop Bullying Christians Now. So how do you feel about that? You know, you're at the Islamic Booth right now, Yonge Dundas. How do you feel about Christians converting Muslims in Sharia countries, sharing the gospel in Sharia-led countries? How do you feel about that? I just want to know a simple answer. We can go around in circles talking about the Injil, the Torah, but as a Muslim standing at the Islamic booth, how do you feel about this campaign, Stop Bullying Christians? What I mean is that in Sharia-led countries, according to all 4 laws of jurisprudence, it's considered apostasy if someone preaches the gospel to a Muslim and also them convert anyone leaving Islam, they're worthy of death. I mean, this is happening all over the world where Christians are being killed. Christians are being killed and bullied in Islamic countries. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's wrong?
You have asked a very good question.
So I purchased a book at the Islamic bookstore right off of Nugget, and I picked up books on apostasy from Islamic scholars, not Western scholars, from the Islamic bookstore, and I can bring it to you. I can even come back in the next 15 minutes and show it to you personally. And it clearly says that in all 4 laws of jurisprudence, every scholar agrees. Jurisprudence on a Sharia law. I just want to know how you feel about this. Because I keep. Can you answer that question? How do you feel about it?
Will you let me answer the question?
I would love to.
Because like you have asked so many questions.
Just one.
You haven't let me.
I just asked one question. Yeah, sure.
Like, if anyone leaves Islam and propagates against Islam, and propagates his own faith, then he should be put to death. Like, if anyone leaves Islam and propagates against Islam, and propagates his own faith, then he should be put to death. If it's a country of like, it's 100% Sharia law, 100%, and I know any country in this world.
And you want it to be Sharia law because you're a Muslim. Yes. So you want it to be 100% Sharia law.
It's illegal here though, Sharia law. You can't. No, it's against the law. Sharia law is outlawed.
No, but we're talking a different. Hold on a second. So, as a Muslim, you want.
Let me talk for 5 minutes.
Sure.
Will you let me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Good. Hey, how you doing? Thank you.
Like, if it's a country like of 100% Islamic Sharia law, okay, and then like in that country, anyone leaves the Islam and propagates his belief and like propagates against the Islam, he should be put to death. These rules is like similar like most of the country that if you live in Canada, if you steal or like propagates to another country a secret of Canada, the law of Canada is like you should be put to death. Isn't it or not?
No. Actually, there's prisons,
not only Canada, America. Including many countries.
No, here's the difference. This is freedom of thought. I mean, this is religion. I mean, Christians are your older brothers, or in fact, they're people that have been in faith before you. And in Canada, the Quran that you give out is propagating against Christianity. It's saying that Jesus is not the Son of God. It's saying that Jesus Christ did not die on a cross, and you're telling people to convert to Islam.
Can I ask a question?
Wait, hold on. Let me just finish talking. You're telling people to convert from Islam and that the Bible is false. Am I correct in saying that? Because you wouldn't give out the Quran if you thought the Bible was correct, but you think the Bible has been tampered with, and so you're telling people to leave Christianity.
We don't even think it has been corrupted.
Do you think it's corrupted?
Yeah, I have
right. So everything I'm saying is
like,
true.
When you say that,
so when I'm saying you're giving people the Quran,
when you say that Jesus is Son of God, show me proof.
He said so himself.
Yes, Son of God, right? Yeah. But if you read the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 14,
do you believe in the book of Romans?
Like whatever matches with the Quran, we believe it. Whatever like go against it, we reject it.
So what if I said whatever matches
Let me
with...
finish, brother.
Okay, sure.
Let me finish. Whatever go against the Quran, we reject it. Whatever doesn't matches and doesn't go against it, it's like it's ambiguous. We don't believe it. We don't reject it. Like, so like there are some verses with like matches with the Quran, so we don't have any problem taking those.
Okay, but I just want to make something clear. Okay, Okay, you want Sharia law because you're a Muslim.
Right.
You believe in it. You want the country to be 100% Sharia law. And you said to me that Sharia law says that anyone who preaches Christianity and converts people outside of Islam, and these people end up telling people to leave Islam and come to Christianity, they're worthy of death.
Yeah, it has to be 100% like country of Sharia law, because the country will be ruled by the Quran.
Okay, fine. And you want and you want the world to be led by the Quran, right? Because as a Muslim. Okay, and you're handing out pamphlets to encourage people to come to Islam at Yonge Dundas. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
So, like, if you, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
if
all
you
I
live
wanted
in
to know.
Canada, if you live in America, if you live in India.
So,
like
so
if
are these your
have I completed my answer? Like,
are these your companions here? Are they here with you? Are they here with you sharing Islam? Okay. Do you think that standing up for Islam, you know, and propagating Islam, and even to the point that if it comes to fighting for Islam, that's okay?
Fighting for Islam?
Like jihad?
Jihad. You asked a very good question about jihad. Like, it's a misconception about jihad that people, the media translates it as holy word.
Sure.
But brother, the word jihad comes from the root word jihad, which means to strive, to struggle,
or to fight. Strive, synonyms, right?
Like if you strive for making money, it is jihad. If you strive for your education, it is jihad. Jihad doesn't mean holy word. The Arabic word for holy word is harba muqaddasa. And this word harba muqaddasa is nowhere mentioned in the Quran. And this holy word was first used by Roman Crusades.
Yeah. No. I understand. I mean, calling something. I agree. Everybody has to strive, and they're fighting for something. I mean, I fight for something. I strive to work, and I agree.
If you strive for like,
and so part of
making money.
Right. I'm not ignorant, and I'm not trying to hold you on that word jihad, because I know jihad means striving as well, and it can also, if you agree, it can also mean fighting as well.
Yeah, like if you...
Of course.
Not only fighting,
but striving for anything. So what I'm trying to say is, as a good Muslim, you want to strive to see Islam propagated and shared, and so that people become Muslims. Right, and just like me, I want to see people strive to follow the teachings of Jesus, which is to love your neighbor as yourself, who gave his life for us. So, you know, if it came down to it, you know, as you want to see Sharia law established, and imagine that many people ended up becoming Muslim in Canada. I mean, you would push that Sharia law becomes established. As a Muslim, you would want eventually that this country would embrace Islam. Right. Embracing Islam means accepting the precepts of Muhammad and also practicing Sharia law. And 100% Sharia law is better than 50%. And your hope is that one day this place would be practicing Sharia law 100%. Imagine that many people ended up becoming Muslim in Canada. I mean, you would push that Sharia law becomes established. As a Muslim, you would want eventually that this country would embrace Islam. Right. Embracing Islam means accepting the precepts of Muhammad and also practicing Sharia law. And 100% Sharia law is better than 50%. And your hope is that one day this place would be practicing Sharia law 100%. So that's what I'm saying, and if that happened, and people like me are preaching the gospel and telling people to come to Jesus, or in Canada, you would agree with the apostasy law. You would agree with people being put to death, telling people to convert over to sin.
I say, brother, that if it's a country like this ruling like 100% Sharia law.
No, I know, but you're striving. you want
the
to.
country is
Yeah.
being ruled by the
Can I
Quran.
make a humble request?
Not
Is
yet.
it possible for you to move a little bit there so
come.
people can take
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure.
Move a little bit, people can take some.
Okay, so I just wanted to know.
I can explain that very easily.
No, regardless, if that person, according to our laws, even at the age of, according to this Canadian law, if someone
Who
sleeps,
cares about the Canadian law?
Okay.
Who cares about the Canadian law?
listen to me, Hashim.
He claimed to follow
Who cares?
Christ.
Look,
You care about the
if you
Canadian
sleep
law?
around with a
Canadian
9-year-old,
law
you're
is
called a
against
pedophile
Christ.
according to
the
our
Canadian
law.
is against Christ. How are you going to preach Christ
Listen,
and you
Hashim,
by the
if
Canadian
you sleep
law?
with a 9-year-old in this country, you're called a pedophile.
Okay, but you know what? A 9-year-old is considered an adult. Age reaches puberty. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because a woman becomes an adult when she attains puberty. Whether she's 9 years old or 10 years old, automatically when she attains puberty, right, she's now an adult. Now, to take it back to the example of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, right? What happened was, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, married Aisha when she was like, I believe, like 6 or 7, right? But he consumed the marriage when she attained puberty. So when he married, when the Prophet Muhammad married Aisha, that marriage was more of a promise, right? So, but
That
when
started at
she
6
attained,
years old.
yeah, it was a promise. That marriage
was it
a
consummated?
promise. It was consummated
At 9 years old.
when she was, I believe. I'm not sure. There's different
I know, it's 9 years
There's
old.
different opinions. Some people say 11, some people say 9. But whatever the age is, whenever,
Both children, 9 or 11, they're still child.
whether it's 11 or 9 years old, right? At that time, she became an adult. She was an adult automatically because she attained puberty. So when she attained puberty, whether it was at 9 or 11, that's when the Prophet Muhammad
So Hashim,
right?
you're gonna slap someone because they differ from you. They think that's pedophilia. You don't think it's pedophilia, and you somehow thought it was right to slap a man in his face.
Yes.
Because he differs.
Yes. Because,
So
because
okay, so let me ask you something.
Why? Because you know why it's slapping in his face now? He's not going to go around and make that statement again. He'll never make that statement again. Because he knows that
but
he
listen,
makes that statement again.
Hashim, you don't go around slapping people.
Or I'll do it again. If somebody's going to insult our prophet,
In the name of
right?
who?
Right? We'll slap.
Is this you doing it or is this Islam?
No, that's Islam.
To go around and slap people when they disagree with you?
What?
That's
Slapping
Islam?
Slapping is nothing.
Brother,
That's nothing?
Gets killed
When he
by
married
insulting
her,
our Prophet Muhammad.
No, wait a second. So you're telling me Islam gives you the license to go slap people because they disagree with you?
No. Slapping is nothing.
That's nothing.
No. In other countries,
So it's okay to slap
right?
people?
In other countries.
So you're telling me
Okay,
Islam
let me
says it's okay to
let me
slap
explain.
people?
In other countries, anybody who insults the Prophet Muhammad, his opponent, gets killed.
Okay, so
he's slapping.
So it's okay.
He's
So
slapping is nothing.
So if I go around,
Right?
I want to preach my religion, I say that Muhammad's a false prophet according to my faith, I deserve death?
Yes.
My brother,
Yes.
So obviously it's a
You know what?
big difference
Even
between
Prophet
Canada
Muhammad, his opponent,
and that other country.
prophesies in the Bible.
So
for you to
so,
go
be,
in and
so,
say
so
that,
basically
you are rejecting
so
the Bible.
basically when you come along,
Muhammad
okay, so
Islam is prophesied in the Bible.
So you're basically telling me that Islamic law tells me that if I preach something different from Islam, if I say that I don't believe in Muhammad as a true prophet, I believe he's a false prophet,
Yeah, if you
you're
go
telling
around
me
and preach
Islam
it,
says
if you go around
it's
and
okay to
preach
kill that person.
Oh yeah. If you go to a Muslim country,
There we
you
go.
and preach that, yeah, they kill you. You can't
So,
make
okay,
it like that.
let me tell you something. The difference, wait, hold on. The difference with your version of Islam,
Because
hold on.
Muhammad is
The difference with your version of Islam
It's
and
not my version of Islam.
what version
Right?
is it? The Islam?
It's the Islamic law. If you go around preaching that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a prophet in a Muslim country, you get killed.
Okay, so that's right?
Islamic
That's
law.
right?
That's Islamic
That's
law.
right?
But he can't talk against it.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me finish what I was going to say.
No, you don't talk against us.
You know why?
Why would you talk against us?
Hold on. He's telling me. Hold on.
You can't
Talk against who?
in our own country.
A belief or you as a person?
In our own country, you can't talk against us.
So you can't disagree with my belief?
No, you can't talk against us in our own country.
Against you or against your belief?
It's like coming to our own house and telling us to go out.
So it's okay for you to come to a parent Christian country and preach your religion?
No, this is not a Christian country.
It's not. So why do you make
We
a
have the right to
distinction?
practice our own religion.
Good.
Yeah.
So let me tell you
That's
something.
why he's talking.
So let me tell you something. First of all, let me say there's a difference between your version of Islam, which you say is
not my
okay, fine.
version.
Okay, let me finish what I'm saying.
This is
According to
law. You
the
cannot
difference.
go to a Muslim country and preach Christianity.
The difference. Okay.
What he did was
Okay,
wrong, and
fine.
that's his character.
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm mature enough to know. But the difference between let me finish. The difference between what you say is Islam and according to the teachings of Jesus. Jesus told his disciples to go into the world, share the gospel. The gospel means good news. The good news is that God so loved the world, and he's offering his mercy and forgiveness to everyone who wants to believe. For those who do not believe, it's okay. You don't have to force them, you don't have to kill them. And if they preach against you, you know what Jesus said? He said, if anyone curses you, bless them. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other. Pray for those who Pray for those who persecute.
That's us too. That's us too.
Now, the difference-
I tell you what.
This is Christian
Go to
law.
Surah Toba, verse 29. Read that carefully.
Yeah, that's us too.
Listen. Go
Same way.
to Surah Toba
My
and
point is-
verse 29. Read that carefully. It says kill every other religion.
Hold on.
That's different interpretation. You take your own interpretation of that.
If you follow Christian,
You're wrong, sir.
Christian ethics is not to establish this forced religion that if you preach against Christianity, it's okay to kill.
Okay.
But according to your final religion,
Okay.
it is okay to kill if someone says that Islam is wrong.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
now let me make my point.
According to you.
Okay?
No,
Even
it's
Jesus preached killing. Did you know that? If you read
Don't use Luke chapter
Hold on,
4:17 as a
hold on,
parable.
I'm not.
He's not done. We let you talk. Let him talk now.
Let me talk. Okay?
Let him talk.
Even Jesus himself preached jihad. Even Jesus himself preached killing.
There's a
Okay?
Bible, go ahead.
And I think it's in Luke 19, verse 27.
Go ahead.
When Jesus says, bring my enemies in front of me.
Open the
so I
scripture
can
for everyone to
slay
see
them
that it's a
before me."
parable. It's not
It's not a parable.
Please open it. Read from
Jesus
chapter
preached
19.
killing.
No. I gave him the
Jesus
Bible to
preached
open.
jihad. Okay.
Luke 19:27.
No, I want Luke 19, verse 27. Read
Find it out for
Luke
him.
19, verse 27.
Find it out for him.
Jesus preached jihad and he preached killing.
We don't believe in that killing and stuff.
We don't-
You have
we
to-
don't-
you have
I'm just trying to prove
my
to you
brother-
that Jesus was not
bad
all
Muslims,
about
they're good
law.
Muslims.
He was also about war and fighting. All right?
That's not his
Even-
point.
You know what I
That's
mean?
not his point. You have to address his question and what he's trying to say.
Read it.
Okay.
My brother, what you said is right, and we as Muslims
I know
believe
it.
that
Okay,
too.
look what it
But he-
says. Jesus says, but bring
Wait,
here those...
Does it say Jesus said? Did it say Jesus said?
It's Jesus, okay? It says,
What do you think? Write it.
but bring here those enemies of mine who did not want to reign over them and slay them.
What does it say
before
in
me.
verse 11, my
Slay
friend?
them. Okay?
Read verse
So I'm
11.
just trying to prove to
Read
you
verse 11.
that Jesus
If you want to be
also
fair,
preached
read
killing.
proper text here. Read verse 11.
What's the point of me reading?
What's the point?
Can I make a
It's not even
Okay,
Jesus.
okay, we're going out of
No, we're not going. Let's clear it
What
up.
I'm trying to prove to you
No, we're not going out of context.
that Jesus himself, right? He also preached killing.
That's
You know
not
what I
what
mean?
he's talking about.
Hold on, let me just answer his apparent. You threw something on the Jesus he claimed to love, which is not accurate. Okay, so let me clear this
We know
up.
firsthand. We're Muslims, and I
hold
think
on.
you're addressing one Muslim. When I'm seeing crowds and crowds.
The majority of the Muslims here, do they agree with what this Muslim who says that this is Islamic law to kill anyone who, if I believe that Muhammad was not a prophet, and I say publicly that Muhammad was a false prophet according to my belief, according to Islamic law.
If you go to Afghanistan and you say that,
Hold on, let me say what I gotta say. Let me say what I gotta say.
you have to keep your mouth shut.
Let me say what I gotta say.
You cannot go around and preach pushing Christianity.
Let me say what I gotta say. According to, if I were to believe as a Christian, because here's the case. I have a Christian book that tells me that Jesus died on the cross, that tells me that God loves me, that tells me that I can be forgiven by God if I accept the message of Jesus Christ. This is what it says in my Injil. Right. I have 600, and it also says that Jesus is the Son of God, not that God had a baby in the literal sense, but that this is what the hold on, let me finish.
We respect your belief.
Let me finish. What the Injil says is that God can make His love known to us. He can express His holiness to us. He can make His mercy known to us, and He does that through Jesus Christ perfectly. This is my belief. What it says in the Injil. Hold on, I don't need the 2 cents there. So we have now a belief that Christians have believed for over 2,000 years. We have someone come along 600 years after that says everything, the most important thing for a Christian is to believe that Jesus died on the cross and that Jesus was the Son of God. This is for a Christian. Now you have someone who comes along 600 years later, basically says everything you Christians believe is a lie. Jesus did not die on the cross. Jesus is not the Son of God. Your Bible is corrupted. Everything, basically, Christianity that you guys claim to have is a stupid religion. Hold on.
We don't say that.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I think you're thinking something different. What I'm trying to say is that you have a religion and a prophet that comes along discrediting everything that Christians believe dear and true. Basically, you're saying that my belief will send me to hell because I'm committing shirk. Basically, you say that if I believe Jesus is the Son of God, that He died on the cross, I'm incorrect, it's false, this is a corruption. So basically, you're calling my book a lie. You're saying that whatever.
No,
you don't say it with words, but you're saying that basically when you come out the
we
Quran,
shouldn't believe it.
This is, hold on. Let's be honest here. You don't have to say. I agree. You just said what I just said. My Bible's changed, yours is right. So you come along basically saying what I got is basically corrupted, tampered with. My beliefs are false. You have to believe Islam. Now, you come along and preach that. I'm not killing you because you preach that. I'm not saying that you can believe that this Bible is false all you want. That's fine. I'm not going to have this is a Christian law that says I must kill you because of that. Now, we have this gentleman here who says Islamic law says if I now as a Christian would come along and say based on my belief, Muhammad, what he said, Jesus never died on a cross, he wasn't the Son of God, I can't accept that. He's a false prophet according to my belief. He's wrong. The Quran is wrong according to my belief. I believe in the Bible. If I were to preach that and tell people, you know, you need to believe in Jesus, you need to believe in the Bible, in an Islamic law, I deserve to be killed. I deserve to be imprisoned or whatever.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Where are you from?
That's true. You know why?
There you go.
Let me explain. Let me explain. No, let me explain.
You make us look bad. We don't say that.
You know why? No, let me.
He's just a bad one.
This is my point. Listen.
That's just one Muslim.
Even the Unitarian Christians, right? Because remember, there were two types of Christianity. There were the Trinitarian Christians and there were the Unitarian. The Unitarian Christians, right? Everything that they believe is a contradiction of what you believe. The Unitarian Christians, right? They used to live in the north of Africa. This is like Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, you know, Mauritania, right? They were all Unitarian Christians. The Unitarian Christians, they did not believe that Jesus died on the cross. They did.
Okay, so one question. Just answer one question.
Brother, like,
how do you feel about Christians sharing the gospel?
Is Gospel of Matthew.
Okay, wait, hold on.
No, hold on.
Give the guy a chance to ask.
Let me just ask a question. Man. I mean, that was my only question. How do you feel about Christians sharing the gospel, converting Muslims to Christianity? How do you feel? Do you think they should be right? Because this is a campaign called Stop Bullying Christians Now. So how do you feel about that? You know, you're at the Islamic Booth right now, Yonge Dundas. How do you feel about Christians converting Muslims in Sharia countries, sharing the gospel in Sharia-led countries? How do you feel about that? 100% Sharia-led.
It's illegal here, though, Sharia law. You can't. No, it's against the law. Sharia law is outlawed.
No, but we're talking a different. Hold on a second. So, as a Muslim, you want.
Brother.
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Sure.
Sure. Thanks. country like of 100% Islamic Sharia law, okay, and then like in that country, anyone leaves the Islam and propagates his belief, and like
I just want to know a simple answer. We can go around in circles talking about the Injil, the Torah, but as a Muslim standing at the Islamic booth, how do you feel about this campaign, Stop Bullying Christians? Do you? What I mean is that in Sharia-led countries, according to all 4 laws of jurisprudence, it's considered apostasy if someone preaches the gospel to a Muslim and also them converting anyone leaving Islam, they're worthy of death. I mean, this is happening all over the world where Christians are being killed. Christians are being killed and bullied in Islamic countries. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's wrong?
You have asked a very good question.
So I purchased a book at the Islamic bookstore right off of Nugget, and I picked up books on apostasy from Islamic scholars, not Western scholars, from the Islamic bookstore, and I can bring it to you. I can even come back in the next 15 minutes and show it to you personally. And it clearly says that in all 4 laws of jurisprudence, every scholar agrees, jurisprudence on a Sharia law. I just want to know how you feel about this. Because I keep. Can you answer that question? How do you feel about it?
Will you let me answer the question?
I would love to.
Because like you have asked so many questions.
Just
but
one.
You haven't let me.
I just asked one question. Yeah, sure.
Like, if anyone leaves Islam and propagates against Islam, and propagates his own faith, then he should be put to death. Like, if anyone leaves Islam and propagates against Islam, and propagates his own faith, then he should be put to death. If it's a country of like it's 100% Sharia law, 100%, and I know any country in this world.
And you want it to be Sharia law because you're a Muslim. So you want it to be